Okay, legends, welcome back to another Overlord Lord of Nazarick video. In this video, we'll be talking about the new banner that dropped. It's a double banner that has the twins, Mare and Aura, summonable, and now you can go and target them and get one of them or two of them, depending on who you are. And my always thoughts as free to play is get the character, get one copy of the character, and then you can farm them easily by going through dispatch. So if we're gonna go to the summons, we have the banner of Mare and Aura. Aura is one of the most amazing and one of the broken characters as a single target. We'll be talking about that, and she ramps up her damages. Mare is one of my favorite units in the game. He's an absolute beast. He heals and he puts dot effect with his seeds, and he applies damage over time, which is great. I love the dot effects. We're gonna be talking about Mare in a different video. We'll be talking about Aura in this video, and these banners are normal rotation banners that will always be changed, and you'll use rings to summon them. Now yesterday something happened to me massively. I lost a game versus Epistonia, and I rage summons, and after the rage summon, I think I did 40 summons and I got a double. So I lost my heart dropped when I got Sebas, and then it showed me that I got Pistonia, and now she's 4 stars because I'm losing always to 4 stars. And I went to her summons on her cards as well, and I did I think 20 or more. I did from here 1 2 3 4 40 as well, and I got her Arclight, which is super important for her, and I got lucky, and then I got her. I built her. Now she's 4 stars for me. She's here, and I built her completely. Her CP is awesome. I built everything about her from 0 to 100. Perfect. Now let's go and talk about the characters and talk about the new addition that we had. Let's go and talk about them from here, because here, I think not here actually. Let's go and talk about them from their banner, because I don't want their stats to be conflicted with the stats that I have already on my characters. So we're gonna go here and click on Aura. So Aura, my account gave me an Aura like for max. Like every time I summon, I get an Aura until she got to 5 stars, and I need only one copy of her now to get her to 6 stars, which is absolutely amazing, destroying everything in PvP. Any character, I think, if you build them to 6 stars early on before anybody else that build their units to 6 stars, you'll be dominating a little bit. She's a warrior, she's an Sapphire, which is absolutely fantastic because she can counter other characters from, I think, Garnet. You can counter it. No. Yes, you can counter Garnet easily. Let's say it's water, you counter fire, which is great. Now, what's cool about her is she's an overall well-rounded unit with all the stats, and she has one of the highest speeds in the game at 111, almost 112, which is great. Her magical defense is the weakness, but you can protect her by different characters in the game, especially with the gears. She has high crit. She has basic crit rate, which many characters has it at 0. She has crit rate, so you can build her on crit, and her crit damage is initially good. First of all, I'm gonna explain her passive, which is one of the most unique passives in the game. She's the best chase unit in the entire game so far, until we get a different character. So every attack hitting the target inflicts 1 stack of weakness exposed for 2 rounds. Weakness is a debuff that inflicts damage and increases by 60% every time you stack it up to 5 times. It means 30% increasing of damage if they have 5 stack of weakness exposed. Now the cool thing about this is the chase mechanic. You just hit them. If they have weakness on them, how chase work is, any other ally on your team, if they do an AoE or a single target, you have a chance to go and attack this character if they have weakness on them. Of course, it's a fixed chance, not a based chance. So I'll be talking about that and explaining it as well. So after an ally attacks a target with weakness exposed, Aura has a 40% fixed chance to launch a chase using Queen Lash up to 2 times per round, which is 2 times only. If you hit by 2 characters, the 3rd character, if they hit, she will not go and attack. Okay, you need to keep that on your mind. Plus, it has a fixed chance, which means the fixed chance, the probability is solely based on the skill effect unaffected by EP and AR. So if they say 40% fixed chance and goes up to 70%, it means 70% you can't go even more than that. Okay, keep that in mind. And what's the beautiful thing about that? Now, also counter, also assist, they are not affected by EP and AR, because you have another multiplier called assist rate and counter rate. The more that you build counter rate and assist rate, the more that you do them, the more that you have EP or ER resistance, you're gonna go and decrease that. you're not gonna get a lot of counter. And the assist rate, if you have it up, there is no assist rate counter. Is there an assist rate counter? So we're gonna go and see that, and we have damage down, counter rate, assist rate. We don't have assist rate or counter rate down. It can be affected by ER. The beautiful thing about this weakness exposed, not the chase, the weakness exposed, that if you have 1 million ER on your characters, they will get a hit if she has high fixed chance or she procs it. So it doesn't matter if you have ER, she will always pursue you and hit you. This is why she's beautiful. This is why she's broken. This is why she's have one of the best mechanics of the game, that it will not go and disregarding ER and EP, she will go and hit you. So how do you counter that, or how do you protect yourself from that? From playing supports or increasing your defense, increasing your resistance, not your resistance to effects, but your resistance to damage, which is RDT, or damage rate down, which is perfect for you to counter that. This is why I'm talking about this passive so much. It's one of the great passives in the game that she has. She multiplies her damage and she will always go and hit you, which is perfect. Now, mounted stance increases the chase triggering rate by 30%. So it will increase it to 70%. And when you have it at 70%, it means mounted, when she's on the mount, 30%, that's 100% fixed chance. You cannot counter it. It means 100% she will go and hit you. Whenever she uses her ultimate, it means it's GG. She will hit you after every ally that will attack you up to 2 rounds, okay? So a stance effect that enhances some aura skills cannot be dispelled. You can't dispel her. You can't remove her from the mount. And yes, it enhances her skills, which means enhances the chase. This is how good aura is. Not complicated, but you really need to understand that you can't counter this. You can't counter it unless you're gonna play somebody that will tank instead of you, and then they will get hit by aura's chase. So every attack that she does, she inflicts weaken expose. That's the passive. Every attacking, hitting will inflict. It's not like you can resist getting inflicted by weakness. You will get the weakness exposed, not even if you build them on ER, because it says every attack hitting the target inflicts 1 stack of weakness for 2 rounds. It's not like there's a base chance. If there's a base chance, it means you can negate them by ER. So you're doomed. If you're playing against aura, she will hit somebody, she will inflict the weakness. Absolutely 100%. Okay? So goes up, chase, deal 10% higher damage, increase the damage. Higher damage is one of the high damages in the game. Gains 70% fixed chance, so 70% instead of the 40. Plus on the mount, she will get 30, it means 100%. With effective mount stance, each chase has a 30% fixed chance to reduce the skill cooldown, the CD of a random skill by 1 round. This is at level 5. It means she can decrease her ultimate, she can decrease her second skill, which is absolutely fantastic. This is why she's broken, especially if you max her out and on later stages. So her first skill, Queen's Lash. So aura goes and hunt everybody, deals damage equal to 100% of attack. Mounted stance increases Queen Lash crit rate by 20% and crit damage by 20%. So you will get more crit rate by using your first skill. And this is perfect with going with a chase. So she will chase somebody and hit them with Queen Lash because they have the tag on them, the chase on them. So she will absolutely crit if you build her on crit rate. Building her on crit rate will absolutely destroy enemies. Now, mountain stance, we talked about it when she's on top of her animal. When she's not on top of the bug, she will not get the crit rate and the crit damage. So at 4 stars, aura boosts turn meter by 30% for every 3 uses of Queen Lash, and at 6 stars for 2 uses of Queen Lash. So if you use the Queen's Lash in passively, if you're gonna go and chase, that's counted. If you're gonna click it, that's counted, and you boost your turn meter by 30%. It means you speed up your turn 30% on top of anybody else, which is perfect. Deals damage increase up to 120% of attack. That's only her first skill, and look how broken the first skill, which is the most ridiculous. If you silence her, you will say, she's using the first skill. Still a broken skill. So her second skill, deals damage equal to 130% of attack. Before hitting, the attack has a 100 base chance to inflict 1 stack of weakness exposed for 2 rounds. This is a basic chance, 100%. So if you build more ER, you will decrease the 100%. So you will not get another stack because you will hit, okay? So the first hit will 100% get you a weakness exposed at least once. Because with her passive, we say every time she attacks, she will inflict that. But another attack, because she attacks, she does a double whip. The second whip will get a weakness exposed, and you can counter that with ER. That's the only way that you can counter her. Mounted Stance turns the attacks into a 2-hit one. Instead of 1 hit, it will be a 2-hit. Each hit dealing half the original damage, not 130, but half of the original damage. And both of them can inflict weakness exposed. So you have 2 times. The first one will inflict, the second one have a 100% base chance. This is what I wanted to explain. It's not explained completely, but by me testing and making her my main on my main account, this is how she works. When at level 2, when attacking only one enemy unit, deals 20% higher damage. So if there's only one enemy unit, not a lot of enemies, she will deal extra 20% damage. This is what makes her the greatest unit for bossing so far in the game. And increases her damage. At level 5, nullifies the target's ER when inflicting weakness exposed. When you hit the target and inflict weakness exposed, which you will negate the ER. It means the C2 will, or her second skill, will always inflict another weakness, which is absolutely blowing my mind. How her kit works perfectly. So they even didn't need to say before hitting, but it's at level 5. So it means if she's at level 4, she will not have this. At level 5, she will negate the 100%. You will always inflict weakness exposed. You will always remove the ER of your enemies. Removing the ER of your enemies is perfect. Why? Because you can get stunned, you can get taunted, you can get silenced, you cannot resist those, and you will always get the debuffs of burn, shock, bleed, heal down, attack down, defense down on yourself. So when I play her with Brain and I go and attack a unit and they have weakness exposed and she's at level 5 and Brain counters and he does 100% the attack down because they will have no more ER. So keep that in mind. So let's talk about her ultimate, which is great. So executes a fatal blow on a single enemy target. Deals damage equal to 210% of her attack, which is huge. Before hitting, the attack has a 100% chance, basic chance, to dispel one buff from the target. It means if they buff themselves, if you're playing somebody like Devil in Love or Maid Albedo, or if you're playing somebody like Shaltir, they buff themselves always. You can go and hit them and remove a spell. 100% that be countered by ER, of course, because it's a basic chance. So enters Mountain Stance for 2 rounds. The skill cooldown goes for 1 round if you have her at 5 stars, which I do. So Mountain Stance lasts for 1 more round. It means go to 3 more rounds. And the skill cooldown at level 2 goes for -1. Plus, if her passive at level 5, as we said, she reduces cooldowns every time she hits twice with her Queen's Lash, which means makes her more consistent to drop all her skills every time, which makes her a perfect pair with Pistonia as well, because turn meter and gives her another rotation. So deals damage up to 250% at level 5 before hitting. The attack has a 100% base chance to dispel 2 buffs from the targets. 2 buffs, take away from 2 buffs. Absolutely a monster. I'm having so much success with her. If I get her to 6 stars, I absolutely will blow up my account, which is perfect. So her Arclight, we're gonna talk about her Arclight, of course. Her Arclight is important for her. When chasing a weakness exposed target, increase damage by 15% and reduces Hunting Strike cooldown by 1 round for every 4 chases. If you don't know what's Hunting Strike is, this is Hunting Strike, which is the ultimate, which will absolutely decrease the cooldown for every 4 chases. Every time you do a chase, so every 4 chases you do, you will increase the cooldown of the ultimate, so you can go and do the ultimate again, and she will decrease the cooldown by her own, which makes her one of the great. And it's not only 15%. If you max it to 6 stars, it will go to 35%, which is crazy. And here 24, I'm gonna talk about it. So general effect increases damage by the next skill, deals after a basic attack by 12%. Which means it's good for assist characters, chase characters, counter characters. It's very nice. It means when they assist, it's a basic attack. Then the next attack that they will do will increase the damage of it when you click it. So it will go up to 24%, which is absolutely beautiful. One of the most craziest single target units in the game. I've been maining her. I didn't choose to main her. I wanted to max out Demi or Cocytus on my account, and the game just gave me 7 copies. Now it's 8. Because I upgraded her again. 8 copies of Aura. I'm gonna get the 9th and free to play. This is RNG. This is luck of the free-to-play. And I'm gonna absolutely get her to 6 stars. Here she is for me. I'll be talking about the best skills or relics to play. Now, of course, I don't have her card, so I'm playing this one. Increases counter by 25% and counter rate and counter damage by 25% when the battle starts for 2 rounds. Why I'm using this one? Because I'm playing a counter team with Brain, with her basically. When I'm not using Brain, I remove this and I use different skills, but her Arclight is the best one. Now, I'm using the relic. One of the best relics is the Termination set. It increases or nullifies the target's defense when you go and attack them, and she increases her attack basically by her own, which makes her an absolutely unbelievable unit. Plus, it gives you crit rate. It gives you 15% crit rate on its own, the set. So plus 15% crit rate, which make you absolutely phenomenal. The set will give me 29% crit rate. Absolutely crazy. Now, again, one more set that I will highly recommend everybody to play with. If we're gonna go to the exchange, it's this set. So this set is the star set. It increases counter, assist, and chase attack damage by 25% if you get it to full prism, which is sparkle, to 35%, which will increase her damage by 35% on top of the damage that she increases by her own by 30%, which makes her a beast. So either you play this or you play this Termination set. Termination set or the star set are absolutely wonderful, one of the top tier sets in the game. Of course, if you don't have them, you can play the basic set, which is the thunder set, with deal 15% more damage when the target HP is higher than 40%, and with sparkle you're gonna get it to 20. And yeah, that's basically it for Aura. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that if you want to summon for her, best of luck. I hope you get even a better luck than me and get all the auras that you want in double and 2 multis. And I'll be seeing you in the next one.